are the lights of the road. I take this ride. Just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light. I take it to the edge where I've lived 1,000 lives. Maybe I could be the one. I'll ride to the setting sun tonight. Just drive.
Welcome to 25% of Spa-Francorchamps. Ahmed Seller on pole position, Mr. Bob alongside him. Then we have Ravo, Lanthong, Tom Leon, Chris Cornwell, Spiker CB, Ultra Bro, Alan Beck, Lady Dragon Sonic, Matthew Hart, Theory Headley, Verse Theo, Nias Quintley, Hux Vanucci, Dominic Bandetto, Steve Tekiara, Zena Rob Roy, Nicholas Palomino, and UK Ball. Here we are, one of the most chaotic races, I'd say, because tyres could very easily explode here. It's 5 red lights to the Belgian Grand Prix. And the cars will go towards the safety car now. Everyone pulling away to start the formation lap. As for strategy today, we have got 4 people running the mediums and 2 running the hards, which leaves 14 on the softs. How will these 14 drivers do? Well, we'll have to see. Zena, Rob, Roy, and Palomino towards the back of the grid, expected to fall into the last 2 places on the start of the race, or close to the start, because UK Ball behind on soft tyres will easily be quicker than them guys on the hard tyres. Yeah, it's going to be the longest formation lap of the season we get here, as Ahmed Seller, just right behind our safety car, he is leading the way. So we'll just have to see how everything goes. Of course, this is the 3rd round of 5 in the season. We had Le Mans last time out with Dave Sarkiara, who started the last lap 5th, ended it in 1st after the penalties were applied. Like, it does show how close that race was in terms of gaps. But of course, penalties is what shaped the win in the end. Force Racing crossed the line 1-2, but they did not finish in 1-2, where only Chris Cornwell stayed on the podium with a 2nd place finish, which today is his best result. Now, can he improve on it by getting a win here today in Belgium? We'll have to see, because of the chaos this race provides. It is possible for anyone to be caught up in the chaos. So anyways, now we're going to head around the left-hander here of Pouon. We're just waiting and waiting now. We're around halfway through the lap, I'd say. So yeah, we still got a while until the drivers will get towards the line. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not really to commentate on. Spike CB, though, only driver in the top 10, top 11 really, to be on the mediums. In terms of top 15, 3 drivers on mediums, all the other 12 are on the softs. So yeah, we're just waiting and waiting now. For UK Ball, he'll be a bit annoyed at Rob Roy and Palomino on the hards. Because yes, he can get past them, but that is the issue. Getting past them will be the issue. Like, the track should be well suited to the softs, obviously for like a couple laps. The hards are going to be slow, and yeah, and in these WEC races where all the cars are the same, it's pretty much impossible to gain on someone unless you have a tire advantage. There's a safety car ending this lap. Ahmed Seller will be the one leading us away for Porsche Penske. Let's just see though how he will do. I'm going to come around the final 2 corners to start the 25% of Spa-Francorchamps. It's been a long formation lap, but it's finally over. Into the pits comes the safety car, and Silla will pull away very shortly. He's done that now. He's got a good restart compared to Mr. Bob. To start this race, lap 2 begins, and the drivers will start their racing. Ahmed Silla off to a great start. Mr. Bob falling away a little bit. Ravo's not had a good start at all. He's just relying on slipstream to stay up in the others. Now UK Ball, as expected, is getting towards Rob Roy and Palomino, but WEC has not had a good start. The Le Mans winner now down in 19th place, as that has just been an awful start to his race. Ahmed Silla though on a roll right now. 2-second leader just showed there. Best of all, quite a bit back, sorry. 1.5 seconds actually, is just the timings can be very messed up sometimes. Ravo doing solid work in the Ferrari here. Remember back in Formula 1 in the Belgian sprint race, he won. That was his first and only win in any format in that season. Now UK Ball edge closer and closer to Serkiera, who wants to get ahead of Rob Roy, as that Toyota Gazoo Racing has got a penalty onto them. Now he's going to send it. No, he's not. UK Ball now, he's going to be getting desperate. He's getting closer and closer to David Serkiera, sending it round the outside of the Ford Proton, but can't get ahead of it yet. But there we go, finding the room. The Monster Energy Power Motorsport driver moves up into 19th place. I will have a look to get past Rob Roy and Palomino without any issues. It's been an incredible run from there on the exit, sector 3. As Herx Fiduci just picks up a 5-second time penalty in 14th place. And looks like he's been overtaken by Versio. Something. Whereas Mr. Bob, he's made up the progress. He's back into the fight for this win, and Silla is struggling. Silla is very much struggling, and now Mr. Bob pulls over to the inside line, and he's going to go through into first. Ahmed Silla drops back and is now down second place, as they were fast second one going to Spiker CB in the Jet 2 Power junior team. The cable has one warning for track limits. That's him down 18th, as then Rob Royce back up ahead. However, Britain will try hard to get ahead of the Toyota. Toyota having an awful day today, possibly the worst team performance today. No team wants to get that. No team wants to have the worst team performance out of everyone. Yeah, so though, it's clear he's pushing tyres. His tyres are more worn than Mr. Bob's. And now Silla will face threat from Ravo behind. But here's the question. Who is going to be the first driver to make the call to switch onto a brand new tyre? Well, we'll have to see. Everyone else staying out right now. No one's wanting to dive into the pits just yet. But the battle for the lead will continue. Mr. Bob, leader of today's race. He had an opportunity last time to win, but he had way too many penalties. And it cost him position to Spike CV, in fact. And here is Ahmed Silla getting back past Ravo. Up over Rouge Radion. Silla taking the lead. And he will get DRS as well as an added bonus. An absolute masterclass in overtaking, as he gets 2 places for an incredibly risky move. Ravo now going to go down the inside. Very close to Mr. Bob. And Bob is going to keep second. Ravo's going to have another chance. He's going to have to send it down the inside if he wants to get this move. And he's going to do just that. The Ferrari, of course, are now up in second place. And Bob's going to try and fight down the inside. And oh, rain! Rain has came, and there we go. This is it. This is going to cause a lot of hit lane chaos. Rain suddenly falling on the Spa-Francorchamps circuit. I'm not surprised considering we're in Belgium. Well, let's just see what goes on then. Teams are obviously going to be wanting to hit their drivers, but is anyone going to stay out? I don't think people would stay out. However, knowing what teams are like, sometimes they may end up just risking it. But it's just really not worth it to do that. Whereas Ahmed Silla is going to be the one leading everyone in towards the pits. We'll just see how the pit stop goes, as here we go around the final corner. Ahmed Silla is in. Always, people have stayed out. Spiker CV staying out on the medium. He is going to be having a very slow lap. Same for Thierry Headley. And also Ultra. Matthew Hart. Hux Finucci. Davis Echiera. UK Ball as out the race. Goes Ravo. Ferrari. I don't know what's happened to them. We're in the virtual safety car now, but something's happened to the Ferrari of Corsa team. They've just had to retire Ravo from this race. But it's caused a little bit of a concern because virtual safety car is out. I don't know what the point of that was. But anyways, now, after all that, Armadillo sees himself less than 10 seconds away from race leader Spike CV. And he's going to get ahead very quickly, but he's picked up a penalty. Careful there, Silla. Can't be getting penalties like that. And look at the speed of these drivers. They are completely crawling on the circuit. There's no more pace left in the people on the drives. They made a huge mistake because the track conditions have deteriorated massively. Look, it's going to be almost like CV. Straight away, Silla right by, only in the mirrors for like a matter of moments. And then he's just crawling around the track. Everyone on dry tyres, they're going to be down in last place. Possibly by the end of the lap. They may not even need the pits to be all the way down there. Which is the really concerning part about this. Versio picking up a 5-second time penalty for causing collision, so he looks like he's being a bit too aggressive when getting past Fanucci. And oh, contact again! Versio is trying to see how many cars he can hit. And CB is going to drop back. Headley drop back. Just everyone's dropping back massively now. I'm going to just stay on the off-board camera of Spiker CB as drivers flying by. Yellow flags and out of the race goes Niles Crumpley into the wall. Actually, it may not be that. That might be an engine failure, actually, when we look at it. But yeah, now people heading into the pit lane. Spiker CB is going to come in. He's going to be ahead of those who are on the dries. He's moving on to a fresh tyre, and now he's in us. You can see that easily from a mile off. Virtual safety car coming in. Mr. Bob, though, in prime position to win this race. He's within 5 seconds of Silla, who's got a penalty. Everyone else diving into the pits. Here is Spike CV coming out of the pits and out of the race. Goes Ultra Row. Both Ferraris retiring. Oh my god. That's an engine failure before he could even make it into his pit box. Both Ferrari AF courses are out. Revo had to be retired by Ferrari, but Ultra Row has had a massive engine blow just before his pit box, literally. That is absolutely massive, that. There is CB, 3 seconds off of Zeno Rob Roy. He can see him in front. I mean, it could have been a lot worse for the Jet 2 racing driver. Could have been a lot worse. Ursula, disastrous start to this race. Mr. Bob was close a lot of time on the restart. He reacted well. Silla reacting in another century with how bad that start was. Lap 6 we're on. We're heading on to lap 7 in a moment. And that is going to be the final 5 laps of this race, I think. Yeah. Try to confirm because I was a bit unsure about myself. There's Mr. Bob closing in on Ahmed Silla. He's going to get closer and closer. Look at the gap. It is shrinking. Driving in conditions like this requires a lot of skill. It's skill that these WEC drivers have because these cars are also difficult to drive themselves. And now Spike CB on the back of Zeno Rob Roy. Going to send it on the inside of the Toyota. And that should be an easy place. Rob Roy fighting as hard as he can. But CB seems to have this place secured. He's going to have to send it on the inside of the Toyota into T1. He's got that move done. Meanwhile, Mr. Bob right on the back of Ahmed Silla. These two are going to be fighting it out for position. Silla fighting is the worst thing he can do, though. Best thing would just be let Bob by and pull away as much as he can. That's the best thing he can do. There's not really much to look at the moment, I guess. Just have to look at the auto cameras. Here is Rob Roy trying to fight CB to get his place back. He wants to be back into 11th. He doesn't care about the penalty. He just wants to be back into that position. But he can't get ahead. And now CB should be easily pulling away. Palomino, from one of the lower positions on the grid, has found himself now in 10th place after making the right call of when to pit onto a fresh set of winters. It's a good strategy call by SVM as they pit both drivers in this race. Alan Beck now on the inside of Lady Jack Sonic to take 5th place. Lady Jack Sonic now down to 6th, and that is the Stock Car Raga driver into the top 5. Lap 8 out of 11, final 4 laps of this race. The time is running out for the drivers. Palomino, he's going to be desperate. He was in the main Toyota team last season. He's now in the SVM Toyota team. And he's going to send it on the inside of Versio to take 9th. Will Versio get a switchback on the exit of La Source? I don't think he will. Palomino is now in 9th position. Versio though does get the place back. Okay, never mind. And now Blade Sonic is going to go on the inside of Alan Beck. Here we go. And that should be him through up in 5th. Mr. Bob and Ahmed Silla fighting it out in front. You can see Mr. Bob got really close and he did get a warning for track limits. You can see that easily. But here we go, Mr. Bob on the inside. It was an audacious move. It didn't work out right there. But now he's going to have to go for another move if he really wants to win this race. The multiple-time F1 winner is getting closer to Silla, just not close enough to make a move. And now we've got Thierry Headley in 13th place, trying to get ahead of center Rob Roy. You have to send it on the inside, but he can't get that move done. Rob Roy is on older tyres, and yeah, it's very clear right now. Rob Roy has not got the pace he needs to do well, possibly in the series as a whole. He's just not been doing well this season, picking up pretty much minimal points. Palomino, he needs to have another look at Rob Roy. Sorry, I mean Palomino needs to have a look at Versio. But now, with the fighting of Silla and Mr. Bob, into this fight for the win goes Tom Leon. 2 more laps to go. Mr. Bob getting closer and closer. He'll see that Ford behind and he's going to be thinking, I need to get this move done now. It's now or never for the Jet 2 racing driver. Silla tries best to cut him off, but he knows he can't do that. Mr. Bob on the outside, he's going to go at the inside. That's going to switch back to the outside. But can he get the place on his alongside? There we go. And that is the move complete. And Ahmed Silla can't get past, but he's going to still try. Mr. Bob now into 1st. Silla is in 2nd, and now Tom Leon, he's the one who needs to get the move done desperately if he wants to win this race. The only reason he's now into this fight is because them two at the front keep fighting so much. As Palomino edging closer and closer to Versio, he's got the inside of Pouon and he's up into 9th. That should be an easy place gain, but no, it's not easy. Palomino's going to have to try and fight it once more. And round the outside, Palomino and Versio still scrapping it out in front. And now I've just noticed as well, Ahmed Silla pulling away massively. I don't know where this pace came from, but this is going to be a big concern for Mr. Bob because he can't be losing this race to Tom Leon. Losing this position to Tom Leon means losing the race win. And Ford, they're doing pretty well at the moment. So Tom Leon, he'll be wanting to get up in the 2nd to help Ford even more. And with the pace of Tom Leon down the straight, heading in towards Eau Rouge Madion, it's very possible that Tom Leon could move up into 2nd, which would be a net race lead. And there we go, he's got the run. And he's also utilising some slipstream from Ahmed Silla. But Mr. Bob is even quicker. He moves through it at 1st place. Tom Leon is going to have to send it now. It's now or never for him. And he can't get the move done yet. Oh, that's not good. That's a disaster for Ford in a way. As the rain seems to be calming down a little bit. Which I guess is good. Now UK Ball in 16th place. Can see Davey Serkiera right in front of him. He'll be trying to get him. Serkiera's had a disastrous race today, being one of the ones to a pit later onto the Inters. Of course, we all know how that ended. It just did not work at all. And yeah, this is actually a random camera angle, so I don't know what's happening with the cameras, but I was back onto a better POV. That was Alan Beck. Now switching over to Matthew Hart, whose race was also ruined by the late call to pit. Lam Fong in 4th place right now, just doing so well for freedom racing, could be on track for another podium. which would make it 2 podiums in a row for him. For the one-time WEC champion, Alan Beck and Blade Cycle to fight. Blade Cycle to the outside, you have to go to the inside for this one, and he is up in a 5th. Alan Beck can't fight that one, as he now dropping to 6th position. Mr. Bob, leader of the race. However, anything could still change out in front. Chris Cornwell right behind the Benedetto. He'll be aiming to get up into the top 7. A move, an overtake would really help that. Whereas, look at this, the Inters are wearing. I never actually see this ever. I don't even know if I've ever saw it, but yeah, intermediates are wearing out. And Mr. Bob got 3 warnings for track limits. 1 more violation is an instant penalty, which could mean Tom Leon could still get this race win without even making an overtake. But here we go. Tom Leon's on the outside of the Jet 2 car, and Tom Leon does not get up into 2nd. His only hope now seems to be Mr. Bob messing it up in some way. I don't know how, but it would be some way. And, yep, tires are just falling off completely. You know, it's really bad when you see a big groove in groove tires. Like, a groove that was never there. Whereas it looks like it should be a win for Mr. Bob. As long as he just doesn't violate track limits once more, he can take this thing carefully. Not too carefully, because now Tom Leon right on the back. Ahmed Seller will win this race on the track, but Mr. Bob looks to be the race winner today. Tom Leon can't get ahead, and it is the win for Mr. Bob, who wins his first race in the WEC Championship. Blade Cycle will come home for 5th place, as he just missed out on 4th from Ahmed Seller's penalty. Only just, though, I will say, by 35 milliseconds. Spike CV, he's going to go up an extra place. Headley, I'm not so sure. No, he will. He's the last person to gain from Versio penalty. After that, Dave Sercara, Ucolo, and Ultra, currently Bravo, all out of the race. Mr. Bob getting his first ever win in the WEC Championship. At the very track, he also won his first ever Formula 1 race. Just not in the same team, however. For Proton Hype can't get a solid result. Tom Leon in 2nd place, marginally missing out to Mr. Bob. Lam Fong picking up a 2nd podium in a row. That's the consistency that we love to see. Freedom Racing getting a solid result with that one. I'm sure they'll be proud. And with that done, let's listen to the British National Anthem. But after that, we have Ahmed Silla, Blade Sonic, Alan Beck, Don Benedetto, Chris Cornwell, Nicholas Palomino, Spike CV, Fury Headley, Versio, Matthew Hart, David Zacchiera, UK Ball, Zeno Rob Roy, Max Finucci, and of course retirement, both Ferraris and also Nice Crumply. With that, we're done with Belgium. We've got 2 more rounds to go with the WEC Championship, and I can't wait to see you next time when the WEC returns.